So you want to be an ethical hacker, right? You want to be breaking things legally. You want to get paid to find vulnerabilities. Before you get carried away with the things you see in the movies, where you will see the hacker is like, in a rush, and then they shout, yes, we get it. Let me tell you what you will be doing as an ethical hacker in real world scenario. In this video, I'll break down to you what you will be doing as an ethical hacker, certificates you need, what you should not waste your time on, and what you should focus your time on if you really want to get into this world of ethical hacking. As an ethical hacker, what will you be doing? You'll be stimulating real world attacks on system, apps, networks, and of course with permission, because that's what makes you an ethical hacker. Your job is to find the vulnerability before the bad guys do. So you'll be testing logins, sniff traffic, SQL ingestion, privilege escalation, try XSS, and other stuff. That's most of the things you'll be doing as an ethical hacker. You are going to be thinking like a hacker, but you will act like a security pro because that's what you are. You are not a hacker, but you have to think like one. And sometimes you are going to break into stuff. You will hack legally, of course, document it, report back to the companies. These are the works of ethical hacker. Now that you know the duties and jobs of an ethical hacker, now let's move to things you should not waste your time learning as an ethical hacker because it won't really be much beneficial to you. First on my list, I will tell you that you don't need to learn PHP, you don't need to learn Java, you don't need to learn C, you don't need to learn C++. You don't need to waste your time on taking courses on all this stuff I mentioned right now. Instead, focus your energy on learning Python, like Python. It will shock you, right? Bash, Linux scripting, and then JavaScript. These three alone is the basic foundation you need as an ethical hacker because it will help you in working with tools in Linux. It will help you in automating some tasks. It will also help you in so many ways. And then there are a few tools I will advise as a beginner that you should try and at least gain a reasonable knowledge of these tools. Number one is Bombsuit, SQL Map, Nmap. Another one is your Metasploit, very, very important. Another one, again, I will advise is Hydra. You see these 5 tools, try to master it to a certain level. Get comfortable using them on Linux. Learn how to automate tasks on it. Example, learn how to use Python script to automate tasks on Bombsuit and all that. For the past 5 years, I've never completed any job without using any of these tools, so you will need it too. So now you know your work as an ethical hacker. You know things you should avoid learning. You know the things you should start learning. You know the tools you should start with. It's now time for practical. Yeah, of course, I'll always recommend try Hack Me. You can also try Hack the Bots. You can also try Web Academy. These are good places that you will gain real world scenario experiences where anything you learn there can be applied in real world, not just about learning purpose. Now we have moved to tools you need to know. To you gaining experience on Try Hack Me, it's now time for certificates. Which certificate do you really need as an entry-level ethical hacking? And which ones should you avoid at this entry level? I'm here to break it down for you. Number one certificate I will always recommend any day, anytime. For junior ethical hackers, your number one certificate you should go for is this certificate, E-Learning Security Junior Penetration Tester, offered by E-Learn Security. This certificate will teach you networking basics, web app vulnerabilities, basic scripting like Python and Linux, exploitation, like is good for entry level. And then after that, when you are done with that, also go for practical network penetration tester. This is another good entry level certificate because this certificate will also teach you internal and external network attacks, active directories, privilege escalations. And you will also learn how to write reports. That's the advantage of this particular certificate. What I'm giving you is like a practical, clear roadmap to follow to breaking into ethical hacking. I'm telling you based on my own experience for someone who has been in the IT industry for over 11 years and 5 years in cybersecurity. And then if you don't want the HRs to ignore your CV. If you want your CV to always get attention, I will also advise you add Comptia Security Plus to your certificate. It will be so Again, you'll be so ready for job. For now, don't think about OSCP. I mean, Offensive Security Certified Professional. You don't need that for now. As for an entry level, this is something you go for when you are 2-3 years in the industry. So I believe right now, if you're still thinking about going into ethical hacking, you have an idea of what you'll be doing as an ethical hacker, the certificate you need as an entry level ethical hacker, the where to start, where to practice, where to gain experience, the tools you need to start with, and of course, I forgot to mention, make sure you have Linux on your system. And remember, this is just episode 1 talking about ethical hacking. Our next episode will be on SOC analyst also, and we have over 15 episodes on cybersecurity. Different branches of cybersecurity. We'll be covering it one by one, the things you need, the equipment you need, certificates you need. So make sure you follow so that you don't miss any of these videos. And please help me to share this video. And please, if you want to send me a message, the only thing you can do for me is make sure you are following at least. It encourages me to keep pushing and keep making our time to make these videos. And also, we'll also not be talking only cybersecurity on this channel. We'll also be discussing anything about internet, IT technology, the hype, the real truth, and everything. Thank you for watching till the end. And make sure you check tomorrow again for SOC analyst. We'll also break it down the way we did this one. And next tomorrow, we'll also be talking about pen testers. We cover every branch of cybersecurity. As usual, you're welcome.